Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. With that, let's head over to the Space City of Houston, standing by an NRG Stadium. Here are Brandon Godley and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And in this offense, the shifty Lamar Miller sometimes sets the table.
And he's at his best when the number of carries for him approaches 20. Wears down defenses with his speed.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Play action from Miller. Now Watson rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taking off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there. The Texans also get a new set of downs.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, the big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now a throw and first down there, but it's incomplete. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Earl Thomas is the rangiest free safety in the game. Great reactions, great understanding, and boy, will he strike you when the ball's in his area.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watson on third down. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for it. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. A first down carry now for Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Watson with a give to Miller. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hitting the yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kyrie Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better than they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now. And it's really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver. We asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Well, one for the first time with Mark Ingram. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Versatile players on defense are all the rage in the NFL, but it also helps to have a Bernard McKinney who does one thing very, very well, and that's tackle ball carriers. Big man, big size inside, looks like a defensive end playing inside linebacker, still has the ability to run and cut runners off before they can get downfield.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run from the pistol to Ingram, and he is back in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Three nothing after one on EA Sports. And they lead to 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to put it away. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? About the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watching him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They run 2 plays and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go. The football led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Watson. And that incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warrants the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens will take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did in their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play out right and chew up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. On the counter, Ingram. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. But they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, and unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
It's been my observation. It's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Jackson now. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together. They had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, and we'll give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Field goal is all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On first down, it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And an out of the run. The escapability, get evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for it, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now the Texans are going the first of their timeouts as they'll stop them with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Open there is QT, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Watson. And he hits his target, it's Kenny Stills. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And his throw is incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And that'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defense making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Open man, the tight end Fells. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Right hash, 7-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. The drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front of the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they're out in front.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play. Then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side?
Well, now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grabbed the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy, get a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Jackson, Roberts has it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup on 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And an alley to run. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 41 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and now an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Backer now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Now their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He'll buy some time running. He's going to take off of it. He finds an opening past the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. That gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Matt Judon in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. He may try and run for this. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this for both of these guys running the better way?
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken up, but another example right there of just good mobility. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Miller, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's being close to a first down at the Ravens' 23.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I looked down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. This is taken as 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out to Roberts here on the quick pass. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, he uncorks it for Snead. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. 20. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 69 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Watson operating from the gun. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. 10 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. That was a 1st down pickup of 8. 4th quarter, every drive so critical. You figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself that play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Watson down to throw. Underneath for Miller. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you can actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. To try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big adjustment, but much emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
This one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They get the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a one in there for the completion. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now it's Watson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play. But if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watson trying to get his guys moving. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So everything here, this one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And the Ravens taking the field. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, now run with Ingram. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. a 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Just to make it a two-score game. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to start this one. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to validate drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Watson down to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Perfectly, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Fells. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.
Right. The Ravens and winners 24-16. I'm gonna end the stream and then gonna do another one soon. I'll see you all soon.